Good afternoon. I'm gonna make sure my chat's actually showing up here. Alright, well, we're about to get back to Deadly Premonition, where this game absolutely hates me. I think it hates everybody. I don't think it's the game, I think it's the port. I think when people were hating on the game when it came out, I feel like they're just not getting it. But this port is terrible. It's so bad. Right now, Steam's freaking out. Gotta wait for this to go away. There we go. Play. Let's try to play this game. That sounds nice. To make sure I have the right sound device hooked up. To just break it. I pulled up the Steam overlay to try to turn off the frame rate counter in the corner, and I think I broke it. We're not going to count that as crash number one for today. It is a crash, but I'm not going to count that one because that's my fault. What a nightmare. DP. We'll just leave that alone. I have 7-zip open down there because it's got my fixes open just in case something goes wrong. It's that kind of game. It seemed like after I got past the stupid diner area, everything's been running fine since then. But man, what a bummer. I was thinking last night, like, you know what I'll do? I'll go in the living room and I'll turn this on with the Steam Link and I'll just play it. And I was like, oh wait, it's just gonna keep crashing. So I didn't do it. I'm still gonna try to finish this though. This game is very engaging. I'm enjoying the story so far and all the weirdness. There's gonna be screenshots, just a heads up too. I know that sound is like a huge trigger for some people. Stolen Valor. Look at this, man. This is my save, but it's not my save because I just had to use somebody else's save to get past one cutscene. And I don't even know if I needed to do that, but I'm not gonna load the thing back up.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Thomas, did you see Nick here?
Sorry about yesterday. I had flooding issues to deal with and stuff. Flooding and a bunch of driving. Gone most of the day.
Stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
I don't remember what the hell I was doing here, but I'll figure it out. Right. I stopped here because I was like, when I get back in the game, I'll be able to figure it out right away. I was right. I stopped where I did because I was like, alright, I'm in a new section for this chapter. Clearly there's a lock on the door. I can't aim down lower than that. I think that's a bug. It wasn't like that before, and at some point I just couldn't aim any lower, so... whatever. Jim Carrey.
This is the entrance hall.
are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Uh-oh. The hell?
Too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
The existence of the stupid no smoking thing on the cigarette lighter is probably one of my favorite aspects. Something here. Okay. So this altar demands a sacrifice. Great. Concept art. Holding a blue apple. A blue apple. Alright. What could possibly go wrong? Is this a timer? I must have missed an apple or something. Oh. Alright. Can't give me a timer on a mission I'm unaware of. I'm pretty sure that apple that I just picked up said it was green. So the fact that he's like, I need a blue apple. Come on. Come on, game. Didn't see that coming.
Amazing. 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 Nice shot. Nice shot. Yes. Amazing.
Headshot bonus, yep.
Great. Amazing.
I say there's probably a headshot award in there too. Nobody upstairs.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, I can keep this item. Are you crazy? I'm getting shotgun shells this entire game. Like, I better be able to keep that thing. I missed it. Alright. I mean, I guess I don't really need to look at this profiling scenes, do I? Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe it's money. But I don't really know. I mean, what I do with the money is I end up getting food. Speaking of which, yeah, I'm fine.
Yes. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Need a special exhibition room. What? I guess. It's weird. I mean, I guess whatever. You can do whatever you want to in this game. It just seems weird that that one random enemy was holding that. Also, this didn't go away yet. Hmm.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Yes. Nice shot.
I can't even put it in my inventory. Cute. Escape to go to the items. Go to here. Let's drop. Yikes. That's fine. Whatever. use the key. Time to profile.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
Got it. I need to save that. That's a good quote. Pardon me. I hear voices.
Yes, nice shot.
Oh, odd. I think there were vines here just a second ago. So this is guiding me to let me know I need to go in this direction. Or I can go in this direction.
Yes. Bullseye. Bullseye. Great, great. Amazing. Yes. Amazing.
Maybe I don't need to do this.
Bullseye. Amazing.
That sounded like a... That wasn't a key item, that was just bullets. Whatever.
Yes. Amazing. Great.
I'm missing something here. Not sure. I feel like I'm missing something here. We'll just run around and smack people with the golf club for a bit. Maybe somebody will drop something. I don't know. I can't go through here. When I go through here, there's nothing else to do other than smack these two dudes around. Golf club's broken. Oh, there's this door. I didn't even see this before. Alright. Fine. I think this is just how this dude imagines murders. Okay, sorry that I heard somebody here. Waiting on a package to show up. Hey there.
Yes. Amazing.
That was something. I don't know what that was, but that was definitely a sound. It's a thing. Oh my goodness. Shoot, hold on. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody say hello. You have something in the game? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I have my window open too, so. Reversed peace sign. I just don't get it. If you turn the thing over, like, is it the same thing? Sex crimes.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
Uh-oh. Oh no, not one of these. I think what I had to do is I had to shoot this thing in the face. Ooh, there's an option to save. Game is looking out for me. I appreciate that. I'm sure if he told some people, oh, it costs money in this game to save, and you get money each day, some people would be like, I'm not playing that game. It's fine. It's $1. You get so much money. You don't get a ton of money, but like, I have 9,000. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it other than eat burgers. And that's what I think you're supposed to do with money anyway. I wish I could turn faster. Maybe I should use this. Like an invisible woman on the roof of a building, acting a detective. This is so I just don't know what I'm supposed to do to like not mess this up. I don't get this. Last time I was in here fighting one of these things for so long. It was excessively long. I need to look up a guide for how to like get through this section faster. The thing is like I shouldn't be getting hit here, but I don't feel like doing this because it's not a hard enemy to fight. It's just, see, they do that and they go up here and they do it again, and it's just like, how long do you feel like putting up with this for? Which is not anything. Like, look, you just press R and then you instantly dodge their attack. So what are we even doing here? Worst enemy. Yes, I was going to say it'd be great if they threw another one in here sometime soon. It's even worse because once they shoot the thing and you press R to evade their attack, they don't get another opportunity to attack you. So it's extra redundant. Finally dead. Are you kidding me? Why are you throwing another one in here? These things are not hard to fight. They just waste time. Game. Get it together. I'm gonna press R to evade. The thing is right in front of me. This is the same thing over and over. They drop down, and then I press R. Great. It's made even worse because the game has an auto-aim system, so it's not like I have to really try hard to aim. You just push in the right mouse button, and you're aiming at it. So dumb. Do something. Boy. Let's heal again. It's gotta be a headshot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the challenge. It seems like when I don't get a headshot, those things just keep attacking. I don't know if I'm going backwards or not, because this hallway looks the same all the way through. It's 1, 2.
Bullseye. Great.
Don't want to die. Let's go in and eat something. How about we eat a onion? Oh, I don't need to eat, I need to drink. Oh man, do I not have coffee? I do. Don't want to die. Kill me. Another save room. Looks like it is. The most important thing. That's shaving bonus and changing my clothes and then saving. That's done. Don't need those. I'll get some shotgun shells. Or no, those are full, so I need 10mm ammo. I don't need 10mm ammo. And use, let's see. I don't know what this means when I buy a sword. I don't know if that means I have like 2 of them or what. I like how that just locks me out. Okay, so my inventory's full. Oh, I'll go over here and then save, and we'll continue. Hmm. Try this weapon out yet. See how this goes. Maybe it'll make those stupid invisible enemies easier to deal with. I did get one right before I encountered them, so maybe that's what it's for. Ooh. It's pre-rendered? Yes it is.
Nick.
No.
Agent Morgan, where are you? Answer me! Come on, open up!
George, George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
Oh no.
Diane, don't move. Don't move your hands and stay still.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
Emily, stand back.
He activated hernia powers.
George, there's not enough time. George, catch us!
Catch us. That's a lovely screenshot right there. That's a lovely screenshot.
Thomas! Call an ambulance!
What? What?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so. But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed.
George? Diane.
Oh, yeah. What a beautiful beast. The reason why he feel off in the many directions. Combinating the sharp voices, slide away into nothingness, inspiring a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will find herself about being penetrated by those sharp voices.
Fuck. I was just dumbstruck. I'm sorry. Oh, that's good.
This is far more than a piece of art. It is a poetic masterpiece by elegant
Diane?
Come closer. Begging please.
Does it fall on her or something?
Diane!
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames.
Back off! Don't touch me!
Diane, no! Move!
Emily, hurry!
requested...
Thomas will need a body bag, too. Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm?
I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
The plot thickens. Oh, it's such a cool game, man. This is... Ooh, boy. If only it didn't crash so much. Mm-hmm. Hmm. The dog's turning animation. What's this?
Zach, Willie is calling for us.
Holy moly. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. think I love this game and hate it at the same time. So weird. The weird parts of this game, I really don't mind. How old it looks, I don't mind. It's just the crashing. Why does this guy carry a plant with him everywhere he goes?
Willie, are you out there?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Oh, thank God. I can't aim down. It's useful. He's got lipstick on his... Super cute.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
What does that look mean? I don't know what this look means. I don't get it.
Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art, but he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together, but while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect, but that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
That's a weird ending screen. Take it though, whatever. $320. I don't understand how the basic wage unpaid salary thing works, but whatever, I'll take it. Alright, we're at another cutscene or something. What's gonna happen? Is it gonna work? Gonna work? Are we loading?
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's go for a drink. Wonder when he said later. Okay, we're just there.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
Eating pineapple.
Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children,
Great.
men over women, and criminals over their victims.
Oh, look at, oh man, it's philosophy. Oh, so good.
I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Okay, alright, who the hell is... Oh, Carol.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go.
Wow. He is an FBI agent. No answer? For real? Oh. Oh, snap. Take this. Oh, man. More games need bar scenes. I'm gonna have to play some Yakuza after this. Oh. What is this? Okay. The dude on piano looks like he's very tired.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Sack. Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Kill me. Oh, man.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
So many good screenshots. Alright.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school.
He was 50.
But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Heavy breathing intensifies. Oh man, if they did like a HD version of this game, not HD, but just, you know, a modern, updated version of this, it'd be so good. It doesn't even have to be on PC, like just seeing them not staring at each other, breathing like they're about to pass out.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes.
Yes.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry.
Why was that in the mic? Oh man. For some reason they were like, oh, this guy's in the foreground, so we gotta have him breathe as hard as possible right now. Dude, that's obnoxious. That's really stupid. Whatever. Oh man. Back to driving. I'm happy this doesn't do the GTA thing of like, oh, you're drunk, so this is your steering now, considering these cars are already hard as hell to steer.
ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter dead and the missing organs at his house. Do you remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
I guess that's that for that bit of dialogue. I have to make sure I buy coffee. Game. Snap. I think we're at the end of the maybe at the end of the chapter thingy. Or episode or whatever this is. I don't know how this game works. Probably not.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
What?
No, that's not it, Zach.
This is
Think
the
back more
multiple
carefully.
whatever?
What was different from the other crime scenes?
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are 2 possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
FK. You're in the coffee.
That's right. Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The 2 were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up? That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Tell me about it. Oh no, no blanket.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was
Mm-hmm.
a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he is always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
That's fantastic. I had to miss that entire cutscene.
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Oh, man.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Alright. I gotta save and head out soon. I gotta go driving. The hell is this?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr. York.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
I don't know why I try playing story-based games during the day. This never works for me. It's such a nightmare.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes. Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Got to hurry to Harry. Alright, so I'm going to... I thought you could buy multiple of these. Am I buying 3? I must be buying 3. I don't know how this stuff works. So I'll go here, get that, and then I'll... Small amount, a little bit. What is the difference between a little bit and a small amount? I don't understand their logic. How much stuff recovers. Oh, I'm already at the max of what I can carry around with me. And then I need to go to the phone. I think the phone, isn't it? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'll be back. Gotta go downtown. I'll probably be back in like an hour and a half or something if I had to guess. Yikes. Toodles.